We got the film shades on today. So, what we're going to do is we are going to hop in to see how Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers offense absolutely demolished the Washington defense on Christmas Eve last year. We're going to get into it all. Hop into the tape right after this. Let's cook. Drop an SDS in the chat, smash that like button. Let's go. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see it. What is going down, SDS? Good to see the squad in here. I figured since yesterday was a drama heavy day, we talked a lot about Eagles 49ers rivalry, the whole Debo Samuel situation. We talked a lot about really non-football type things. I figured a good counter to that would let's hop on today and let's take a look at Brock Purdy. Let's take a look at the San Francisco 49ers offense, specifically against the Commanders on Christmas Eve. And I have not looked at this game since I think we did the original film breakdown last year. So for me, this is going to be a nice little refresher. So I figured that's kind of what it would be for all of us. We'll hop into the tape. We'll maybe see some things that we haven't seen in a while, we forgot about. Just a little reminder with training camp 2 weeks away, I think 2 weeks away today. As you guys know, training camp dates were dropped yesterday. So gives us an opportunity to kind of get a little refresher course, kind of get back in the saddle, if you will, regarding the San Francisco 49ers, some football. And so, like I said, I'm going to be going off my notes from last year, and we'll just kind of work through it like that. And we'll see what we got. And let's hop right into it. Let's hop right into it. Let's go. What did my guy say? J Dove says, love when a channel goes live and gets right into the content. Too many YouTubers have countdown that instantly makes me watch it. Well, I technically made you watch another video, so I don't know how great I am, but hey, appreciate it anyways. Shout out to all the SDS in the chat. We see the gang. Let's get some football in. Let's watch the tape. Let's see what Dirty Purdy has got cooking for us. And let's get into it. I'm excited because, again, like I said, I haven't watched this tape in a while. So it's going to be a nice little refresher course. And we haven't done a film breakdown since we did our little kind of mini series on all three quarterbacks. But we are back. And we're going to look more at the offense as a whole. Not necessarily quarterback focused, but we will take a look. So let's go off. This is the first play. My note on the very first play says quick pass with Brock side arm pass to Ayuk. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what Kyle Shanahan are cooking out here. Oh, yeah. This is the stuff that we like. Again, we've obviously had this topic addressed on 49ers social media talking points. I think we even had like Kurt Warner address it, just like talking about arm strength and stuff like that. This is the stuff that it's going to go, like, it technically is about a 8-yard pass, but the level of difficulty on this 8-yard pass is a big time, makes this a big time throw. Again, when you say, oh, 8 yard throw accurate. Oh, anyone could do that. I could do that. I could go outside right now and throw an 8-yard accurate pass. Like, what's the big deal? right? So there's much more nuance involved. Again, look at the operation. The operation is a pitch. So he gives pitch action. So he's got to turn his back to the defense, instantly get eyes around. And that means because it is basically a play action naked, meaning no one is going to pick up the backside defensive end. So defensive end is free. That's on Brock. Brock is literally one on one with a defender. And I mean, he knows where he wants to go with the football, but he also knows he has defense right in his face, the sidearm, the adjustment. And these are the things that I think why Brock Purdy has had so much success in this offense. Even if we don't look at Brock Purdy and we're like, oh, this guy's a big arm Patrick Mahomes type thrower, what makes Brock Purdy so effective so early in his career is his ability to adjust arm slot and arm angle. This is a hard throw. Again, his momentum is kind of going away. He's got to whip it, put it in front of Ayuk. Look, ball placement right where you want it, right out in front of Ayuk. That's how you start a drive. That's how you start a drive. And it's designed to come out quick. It's designed to be one hit go. They're expecting Brandon Ayuk. You get the look at the soft coverage at the top of the screen. Whip it right in there. Nice. First play of the game. I like it. All right, let's jump forward a little bit. 116. What do we got on 116? No, I don't want that one. I want this one. What's this one? All right. This was almost a big time play. Ooh. If I don't, again, I don't know whose fault this is on. I wouldn't necessarily call it a fault, but if you can get CMC on the other side of George Kittle right here, and George Kittle can get that head on the outside shoulder, and you get CMC bouncing to the outside, that's probably a touchdown. I mean, look at all that green grass. Obviously, this is one of those concepts where they bring Kittle in motion across as the lead blocker. Gave a nice push to Trent. Kind of messed up the timing just a little bit, but still a good gain. Play design's there. A little bit more. I don't know if it's patience on CMC. If maybe Kittle doesn't need to go for the kill shot, maybe just throws a hand. We'll see, But overall, it was almost a really big play. Almost a really big play. But I think we get a big play right after that. Let's see what we got. So we got we got Kittle over the middle. Let's take a look at the pre-snap alignment. They've got 3 on one side, Ray motion across. I mean, the 49ers motion pre-snap probably more than any team in the NFL. They do this to manipulate the defense, create spacing. So you end up with split wide receivers, gun right, pass and catch. Up to, it looks like basically manned on with Kittle. Kittle with a great route. And Purdy puts it on him. And then that allows George Kittle to do yak things like he always does. I'm going to use this screen. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's the simple things, the timing. Brock, so you can see this is a bit of an anticipatory throw because Brock is already loading to throw before Kittle is out of his break. So you can see the throw is already the process has begun as Kittle is going into his break. That timing and the accuracy gives Kittle enough time to allow him to make a guy miss. That's the difference in yards after catch versus getting tackled right here. That's what you want to see. And that's why Brock Purdy as a rookie was impressive because of things like this, the timing involved, the ability to hit this in stride. Someone said nice protection. Let's take a look. Yep, nice protection. They bring 5. They try to run stunts on both sides. Banks is ready. Brendel is ready. Those don't work. McGlinchey, Burford take care of business. Nice, clean pocket for Purdy to sit back, unload, Kittle to do the rest. Again, like this isn't a highlight worthy throw, but when you look at the timing, he knows when Kittle's going to be out of his break, the accuracy, like this is a veteran type throw. Even though, you know, most people wouldn't call this a, high level of difficulty throw. It's the small things with Brock Purdy that he does so well that makes everything look effortless. And it gives Kittle the opportunity to catch it in stride and get yards after the catch, which is what we want. We want that. Let's see. So this one, I don't know if you guys saw TDP, Ty Davis Price, put out had a little workout video that I posted earlier today, which showed him moving pretty well. I think I'm not ready to give up on Ty Davis Price just yet, and this is an example of a good run of Ty Davis Price, being able to hit the hole, make a guy miss, get some tough yardage. Again, it's not a crazy play. In regards to like gains, but being able to stem outside, realize that he's got to cut it back inside off Trent Williams' hip, squeeze through the hole, break an arm tackle, tries to get his feet set to square up. Good tackle by Forrest. I'm a big fan of Forrest. I think he's an underrated player. But we'll see, man. We'll see what TDP looks like in year 2. We'll see what he looks like in year 2. I thought that was a decent run by TDP. And again, pretty solid blocking from everyone up front. You get the pre-snap motion with Juice. This looks like a kind of designed mid-zone. This is a great job by Aaron Banks. See how Aaron Banks pins the linebacker and it allows the hole to open up for TDP to get through. These are the types of things that I want to see from Aaron Banks. I think Aaron Banks has proved that he could be a solid pass protector, but I think he can improve a little bit in the run game and getting to the second level. That's a good job right there. Being able to come back, pin the linebacker, creates the hole. I like that. I'll take that all day. I think this next play, let's see. I say this one says nice down block by Trent. Banks gets stood up. So this is kind of what I was talking about earlier about where I think Banks can improve upon. So you can see right here, see how tall Banks is, see how his feet are together. Same concept. He's going to linebacker. He's going to second level, But this time, 51 is able to push him back into the hole. Look at how, you hear it all the time. Low man wins, right? Look at the pad level here. Keep those hips. You keep the wide base. You keep those hips loaded. You keep some forward lean. Get that drive. Banks should be able to blow out 51 out of this hole. And if Banks is able to really just get some push here, who's the running back? Is that TDP? TDP probably could have squeezed through. So, two examples. Play before, Banks looks pretty good. Second example, Banks, this is where he can improve, in my opinion. And if he does improve, I think he has a Pro Bowl ceiling. Uh, he'll be able to improve on that. That's all correctable. It's all correctable. Pad level, um, all that stuff. Feet, that's all correctable. You can get better at that. So not necessarily upset with it. He had the right idea. He went to the right spot. Just got to get better pad level, better leverage, not get pushed back. What's this one? No, not that one. That's TDP or no. Oh, this play. You guys remember this play? Ooh. If Juice pitched that thing right about here, he sold it well. He sold it well. The second that defender sticks his foot in the ground to tackle Juice, if Juice would have flipped it right there, that would be a house call. This was the 4th and 1, remember that? This is where they went for it on 4th and 1. They didn't get it. Almost got it, but I think Juice was a little bit late on that pitch. If you're able to get that pitch off right about here, I mean, I think it was I remember in real time, like, I was like, "This play call sucked." But when you go back and you look at it, they actually got the look they wanted, it just wasn't executed all the way. So, I remember Kyle got cooked for this play, for the play call, but it actually, in all reality, it was there. Like, right here, you get that pitch, CMC's to the house. Let's see. This next particular play, we have Brock Purdy executing a play action. This one, he's able to make. No, that's not it. This next one, right? Yes, this one. So I think he's able to make a athletic move on Sweat. These are, again, part of the things that Brock Purdy did last year that really, like, proved to us that he has some pretty strong qualities. Again, dude almost slips. Again, it's another play action naked type scenario where he's going to turn his back to the defense, and as he gets his eyes around, he has an unblocked defender ready, basically bearing down on him, and he's got to make that guy miss, and he does. And again, Sweat is like a 4-4 guy. Like, he is one of the more athletic defensive ends in the entire league. Brock Purdy makes a miss, almost slips, almost fumbles. Look, almost fumbles, gets it back, then instantly has a defensive tackle on him, tries to sidearm it. Whole process was a bit of a mess, but you get to see some of the ability that Brock has. Obviously, it wasn't completion. I thought this was a really good play by the defensive back to be able to shoot that. It's a good job by the defensive back. Got to give him credit. Probably want to put that thing a little bit more out in front of Ayuk, but again, whole situation, it's a hard ask. It's definitely a hard ask. So let's look at some blocking here. My notes say good blocking. Why do we say good blocking? So we got CMC up the middle. You got Tyler Croft going in motion. Again, I'm a big believer that the 49ers are going to carry 4 tight ends for this reason, because you will see 2 tight end formations. They will shift tight ends across the line of scrimmage. And what do they do that for? They need them to block, right? So on this one, we've got Banks man on Jonathan Allen. Does enough. We've got a double to backer with Brendel and Burford. This is a great job by Brendel and Burford, 64 and 74. Watch these two. Brendel's going to go for the outside shoulder, but he's going to immediately disengage because he's going to second level. That's where Burford is going to take over the block, and you can see the hole that's created. Pretty solid block by McGlinchey on the backside. Jawan Jennings does a good job of walling that guy off. Enough. Could have done a little bit more, but overall, not bad by Brendel and Burford. It's a pretty good job. Pretty good job. All right, so I have right here big time throw to Jawan on 3rd and 7. Let's see what this one's all about. So I got big time throw. Let's see what this big time throw is really looking like, shall we? See what if my notes deceive me or not. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Watch it from this angle. So this is why I called it a big time throw. Watch it from this angle. Whoo! Threading. Brock Purdy must be on threads now, because boys threading the needle out here. That's a tough throw, man. That is a tough throw. You got Banks getting pushed into his lap. He knows it. You can tell by the way his feet automatically adjust to not getting stepped on. So he knows he's got to move. Gets it right past the linebacker into Jawan Jennings' gut. That's a throw right there. And that, I believe, is Jared Davis. Again, when you look at this Washington defense, they got a lot of speed on this defense. Their linebackers, their defensive line, they got a lot of speed. They've definitely put an emphasis on speed, and Purdy's able to get these passes right by these guys. It's pretty nice. This was one of my favorite plays of the year. This was a good, well-designed, well-blocked Ray to the crib. Just phenomenal blocking. This one was a master class on blocking. Ray untouched to the house. I mean, starting right to left, everyone does a fantastic job. I mean, look at the outside. You're going to get a double from Kittle and CMC. You see how Kittle has his head on the upfield shoulder. He's doing that because he's going to pick up the defensive back flowing to the outside. And CMC is going to put his shoulder and the leverage right on the guy, take over the block. 2-on-2 right there. That's how you do it. And that's a running back and a tight end. Not every offense can do this. You can't double a defensive end, pick up the flowing defensive back On the outside, not every team can do this. You've got Willie Snead, great, great stock block on the outside, creates this massive hole for Ray McLeod. You look at big old Mike McGlinchey, Denver Bronco. Mike McGlinchey getting dudes onto the ground, creating bunch of mess for those guys to try to get over the top. Spencer Burford has a really hard block. He's got to reach this 3-tech. That's Payne, one of the highest paid defensive tackles in the league right now. Great job by Burford. Again, this is an example of the it's the example of how much potential Burford has. Because we know Daron Payne is a good defensive tackle. And anytime you have to reach a 3-tech, that's hard. See that placement? That's what you want, man. That's a W in my book. Obviously, you want to maintain that leverage. Payne tries to fight through it, but it's too late. Spencer Burford won that rep already. Spencer Burford gets beat to the outside. This play doesn't happen because you can see how quickly, if Burford doesn't cut this off, Payne destroys the whole play. So this is an insanely important block by Spencer Burford on one of the better defensive tackles. Now look backside, basically. Watch Brendel put Jonathan Allen on his butt. Boop. Hello. Boop. Let's go. Banks holds him up. Brendel finishes the job. It's just poetry all the way across. Everyone did their job on this, and as a result, because everyone doing their job, look at that lane. Ray does the rest. Ray does the rest. I like it. I can't wait to get back to football, baby. I can't wait to be watching some new tape. I'm really excited about it. Whew. Look at Ayuk, dog. How inspirational. This is a tough catch. Over the middle, extending your arms, going into traffic. Whoo! Look at Ayuk. That's a wide receiver 1 throw. Yeah, get up and flex, man. You deserve to flex after that because that's a tough catch. Going up full speed, a bit high. It's where it should be from a location standpoint, a little bit high. Obviously, you get that down a little bit more. It allows Ayuk to brace for the hit a little bit better. But overall, that's where you want the ball. Location-wise, not speaking of the height of the pass, still, we're nitpicking. Look at Ayuk, man. Great job. Great job. We got a pass to Kittle. Let's see what Kittle's cooking. Money. For those counting at home, this is probably about 25, 30 yards. Taking into account part of the field he's throwing to. Again, Brock just sees the field. This is the correct read. You're going to have Danny Gray go towards the corner pylon. It's enough to where, and you can see the safety is still holding down the back end, and Kittle just cuts it off, and Brock is ready for it and just puts it right on him. Just puts it right on him. Man, see, the biggest thing for me is that I just really hope that Brock doesn't have any lingering issues and he's back to throwing and all that type of stuff because I mean, it's that's a great ball. Great, great ball. Great ball. Protection up front. What are we looking like? We got some Daddy B action. What's good, Daddy B? We got Brendel Banks. Doing their best on Jonathan Allen. Not bad. I'll take it. Oh. Oh, we got the Grinch. We got the Grinch coming up. Y'all ready for the Grinch? This was probably one of my favorite George Kittle throws or George Kittle touchdowns because he admittedly stole it. And it was on Christmas Eve. And he said, "You know what? Give me the football." I was told Brock Purdy not that strong of an arm. And I would also have to say I don't believe Brock Purdy has the strongest arm in the NFL, but I also don't see a problem with Brock Purdy's arm. I just I don't see it as enough of a problem to make a really big stink about it because what this is 45 on the money. This would have been good to two. It would have been good to Kittle. Would have been good to Ray Ray. Things just comes out nice. Very catchable. And then George Kittle's like, "Nah, bro, that's my ball." So I think how it was explained, George Kittle is almost like a decoy for the safety. Like he's got to break across, but the way that George read the defense is he saw the safety come up and squat, and he knows what that means. He knows the deep middle is open, and so he was supposed to I think break at the 20 right around here, but he read the safety and he's like, "You know what? I'm just going to carry this thing all the way upfield." Steals the touchdown from Ray McLeod, and I love it. I love it. George Kittle, man, he's not messing around. I think George Kittle understands where he's at. Like he's not a spring chicken anymore. 29, 30. Like he knows what it is. He's after his. He's getting his. He's going to take touchdowns if that's what it takes. And he did just that. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's see. This one I'm curious about because my notes say elite throw but doesn't count. Works through trash. I don't remember this. So when I call something elite, I'm very curious to when I call something elite in my notes. Oh, there's a penalty. That's why it didn't count. Oh, it was a holding. That's why it didn't count. Okay, so what do we got? We got pre-snap motion, play action, whips head around. Looks like first read is Ayuk. It looks like he wants Ayuk. Probably could have went to Ayuk. Decides, I don't like Ayuk. I'm going to come back to George. George looks like he's running a little comeback route. Look at the bodies around Purdy and just delivers a strike right on a completely covered George Kittle and puts it only where George could get it. That's why. That's a hard throw. Put it on him. Put it on him. Got it over this guy. Nope, you can't touch it. You almost had it. Nope, Kittle's got it. Kittle is draped. Kittle is draped. Dude gets it over everyone, puts it right on Kittle. Kittle catches it, but we had a holding on Banks right there. Which I honestly don't mind the holding because Sweat would have hit Purdy. So as an offensive lineman, you don't want to hold, but you also don't want to get your quarterback hit. So it's a double-edged sword. It would have been a great play regardless. What do we got next? Oh, is that a drop? Let's see. This one. No, I wanted this one. Where is it? I'm going too fast. It said 806. Pocket presence. Oh, Purdy. Look at Dirty Purdy. Look at him. Bro, he loves bailing to his left. So this reminds me of Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson would do this all the time. You see, you got what looks like a nickel blitz, whatever. You got a DB blitzing off the edge. He's going to be free. Purdy knows this. This is something Russell Wilson would do all the time. Would just kind of post up, make the DB commit to the angle, and then just roll out. I bet if Purdy held it for just a tad longer, it would have bought him a little bit more. Look at the dude. Ooh. Hey, sneaky athletic, baby. Sneaky athletic. Try to hit him with the hezzy. Nope. But I mean, look, he got him. Dipped the shoulder upfield, reverse spin, out of bounds. Hey, Purdy got some juice to him, man. Don't hate on it. I'll take it. Dude, I'll take it. I'll take it. We had that one. Look at this. Look at how well this one's blocked up. Oh man. Oh, if Ray knew. Ray knew. Look, you had Jennings on 36. You had Kittle on linebacker. Ayuk ready to block. You had Brendel coming downfield. Ray was thinking about his touchdown celebration. Dropped that one. Hey, appreciate you, Terra Dome. Thank you for the super chat, my boy. So shout out to the SF Niners. Brad is doing it how you supposed to do it. The eye in the sky don't lie. Love this guy. Real content creation, objective and factual. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate the love. I just like watching football, man. Just let the tape speak. Let the tape speak to us. Look at this. Beautiful sell by Kittle. Or excuse me, by Purdy. What a sell. Fake pitch. Buys it. Oh, look at that. DB bought hard. Again. Nice catchable ball. Upfield shoulder where it's supposed to be. Pitch and catch. Allow Kittle to keep his momentum. And arguably my favorite block Look at Juwan Jennings at the top of the screen right in front of Kittle. Bro got this dude breakdancing out here. We got some B-boys on defense. Juwan Jennings got this dude doing headstands, cartwheels. Look at him. Shout out Juwan for that block, man. He got this dude on his head. Love it. Did a backflip. And what does Kittle do? Kittle does the rest. Bro, Kittle, Purdy, they just really, really looked great last year. And look at the sell job. Look at, again, 2 tight ends, right? We talk about it all the time. 2 tight ends. Look at Kittle leak out. No one is ready for it. Look at how hard they are biting. Look at how hard they are biting. Everyone's shooting gaps. Everyone's shooting to the outside gap. Nope, I'm not getting reached. I'm not getting reached. You've got DB coming off the edge. Fake pitch. Sells it. Pitch and catch. Get it to your yak boys and let them do the rest. That's why, like, when we hear these things about these people saying that the 49ers are the most underrated contenders because they don't have a quarterback, like, do you see the way the 49ers offense is constructed? Like, what they do is they get you out of sorts. And then if everything works the way it's supposed to, it becomes pitch and catch. And then everyone does their job blocking downfield. You get the ball into the hands of your playmakers. They do the rest. Again, we're just waiting for Brock to get the green light and be ready to go. And once that happens, I don't think there's really too much concerns about what Brock Purdy can do with this offense. Shout out to Terradome, man, with another one. He says, the SF Niners is the realest of the real. No pretense, no what ifs, no supposes, no imagines. He's giving you the uncut raw. This is not stepped on. Shout out to Terradome. You're a real one. Appreciate you, man. And on that note, Terradome, we got another one. We got Ayuk cooking. Bro, Ayuk about to go crazy this year. Look at Purdy. Again, look at, you bring juice. You pull Banks. This looks like a power run. This is like they're running a gap scheme, run up front. You get backside blocking down. The whole design of the offensive line, just it looks like a run. You get the run action at the mesh point between Purdy and CMC, and then you have Banks pulling, but he's pulling to block. You see that? So he's pulling to block. Purdy does a good job of understanding the leverage of Banks on 95 and creating some space by that little step. This step buys him the spacing, so he's not getting strip sacked. Again, if he were to plant and throw, he's probably getting strip sacked. But because he understands the leverage of his offensive lineman up front, the little step up and away. Again, people discredit Brock Purdy because he makes it look easy. These aren't difficult throws. Like these are hard throws. Again, to be able to reset your base after you hitch and kind of throw away and still be able to be pinpoint accurate, to be able to get the ball to your wide receiver and to let your guy make plays. That's what you need. That's what we're here for. We need this type of pocket awareness. We need this type of pocket presence. Just these little minute details are all the difference in the world in this scheme. That's why Kyle Shanahan is so like detail oriented, because the littlest details can derail an entire play from working. And again, who's blocking downfield? Jawan Jennings. Jawan Jennings is in a contract year. I think he has an opportunity to have a big year. Again, I think Jawan is relied on for multiple different areas. But again, what he can do as a blocker downfield is huge. Him and Ayuk for sure are some of the best blockers on the team. Wait, what did I miss? That's not a touchdown. Hold on a second. Oh, it is a touchdown. Okay, I get what I'm saying. Oh. So on my notes, I got my notes mixed up. My notes say 99 in spatial awareness because we talk about Brock Purdy's spatial awareness. That's what my notes were saying. It got me twisted up. I was like, what am I saying here? 99 in special. So, like a Madden rating, 99 spatial awareness, understanding the space around you and what you need to do to get the ball off. 99 awareness rating. Bro, Terradome, my guy, says, love it, Brad. This is what we do here. 33 and a half game. Don't lie. Shout out Terradome, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, Terradome. We're gonna have some more awareness, I think. What do we get here? So my notes say Brock awareness on screen, but scrambles out of bounds. Why did I say but scrambles on a bounds? Because it was 2nd and 5, third quarter. So this is a screen, and you can see they are all over it. Chase Young, I think that's Deron Payne. Can't tell. Can't see the number. No, that might be Jonathan Allen, but they're all over Christian McCaffrey. So Brock has to bail, and there's nothing open. So he just has to run. And it's actually, I think I remember this play. It's coming back to me. I think people were like, why didn't he throw it away? Because if he threw it away, it would have been a legal man downfield and it would have been a penalty. So it again, it was a busted play. It's a play that didn't work. They were all over the screen, but people were like, well, throw it out of bounds. If he were to throw it out of bounds, you can see you have offensive linemen all downfield. It would have been a illegal man downfield. It would have got a penalty. So it's ultimately the right decision by Brock. But I remember people questioning his decision making, like why he didn't throw it away. And again, it's for a rookie to understand that if he throws this ball right here, it's going to be a penalty. This guy's played a lot of ball. He's played a lot of ball. I remember this penalty. I know you guys remember this penalty by McGlinch. McGlinch got cooked for that because I think that was a second false start of the game. But I also think McGlinch comes back and gets another false start, but he was way more hot. Let's see. What do we got here? Basically, looks like a delay. It's another variation of a screen. Get some yards back. This one's funny. So this one I remember. Oh no, that's not it. Where is it? Oh, it's coming up. Hold on. All right, let's see what else we got. Ooh. So on this one, Banks. So if Banks can be under more control here, again, this is one of my bigger critiques of Banks. You guys know one of Banks's biggest fans, but you see that those feet, you see that right there, how close they are. You see how high he is, and when he goes to break down and then widen the base and try to create contact, he's off balance. This is where Banks, if he can find that control and he has the correct leverage, he wants to have his head on the upfield shoulder right here. He's in the correct spot. But because he's out of balance, the linebacker is able to shed him and get around him and create the tackle. You can see McGlinchey's going to get that block, Crofts on that block. This damn near a touchdown if we can get that Banks block right here. But this is the thing, is like Banks can improve on that, and he will improve on that. And if he does, the run game I think is going to take a much needed step forward. So Banks isn't perfect; he's not a finished product, but he's much better than he gets credit for sometimes. But he still has room to improve in the run game. This one was funny to me because this is where you saw the other false start where McGlinchey was like, "Damn, that was my bad," and then you saw this false start where McGlinchey was was yelling at Brock Purdy because Purdy adjusted his cadence. I thought that one was funny. That was a good time. McGlinchey was getting cooked for that. Getting cooked. This one, what do we got? Brock Purdy special awareness, tucks it and runs for a good gain. I mean, Brock's all right, man. He's a pretty solid athlete. Pretty solid athlete. And then what do we got? We got short Purdy dart to Ayuk. All right, little Purdy dart, little mini Purdy dart outside the numbers. I'll take it. I mean, there's some zip on that ball. I mean, that thing comes out. Thing comes out hot. And I like that he'll spread the ball around. I like that he'll challenge throws outside the numbers. Pretty solid protection up front. Good job by Brendel. You can see that they bring a blitz on the outside. They handle it perfectly. Trent doesn't stay locked on the DN. He sees it's coming, doesn't even mess with the DN. Gets the DB. Banks sees it coming. Banks picks up the defensive end, and Brendel's right there to pick it up. Good pass protection by everyone up front. Short little pass. Nice game. I'm going to skip forward a little bit. 27-37. So I got Trent's signature move. Yeah, there it is. God, I love watching Trent play, man. Watch Trent right here. Watch Trent. Signature backside move. I call it a club snatch because I don't know what else to call it. where he basically he clubs on the outside arm of the defensive tackle, which messes up the leverage. Then he grabs the back, and that's Jonathan Allen, by the way. That's one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL, just easily getting him on the ground. Like, Trent is a different animal. I don't think I've ever gotten as much joy watching Trent Williams play football than anyone else. So TDP, man, again, posted that clip earlier today. That's a good move right there. That's a good move. It's a good read. He's pushing to the outside. The cut back. I mean, honestly, he probably could have kept this thing to the outside, but I think he saw 22 right there, so he wanted to try to cut it back inside. But ultimately, you can see some glimpses from TDP. You see some glimpses. We start to see it a little bit. So I'm excited to see what TDP looks like, man. I'm excited. He has talent, I think. It's just putting it together. It's just putting it together, doing it consistently. Okay, this one's interesting. It just says Juwan Jennings is a menace. Why is Juwan a menace? So Juwan's over here. Love Juwan, man. Let's end it. We got two more. Let's end it with two more. So let's see what this play is. Trips left, gun right. Ooh. If Purdy could step into this throw, this would have been a touchdown. So you can see, because Purdy, there's a free rusher. See the linebacker? So Purdy knows where he wants to go with this, but you can also see the timing of it, and he's trying to time it with Kittle's route. But because he has to step away, it changes. See how he wants the ball to kind of fade outside the hash marks, and it kind of stays right down the line. If he was able to get this just a little bit in front of George, that would have been a touchdown. But he couldn't fully step into the throw. Still a good throw. Great, better catch by Kittle, man. Look at this catch to come back and get it. Whew. Definitely a better catch by Kittle. But when you look at the combination of the Commanders bringing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on 5, so they got numbers and they got a free rusher up the middle. Still not bad. Still not bad. And then we end it with CMC trucking everyone. He trucked Juwan. Look at that. He cooked Juwan. Good kick out. Good kick out here by Banks. Great job. Great head placement. Better. I mean, you don't want to duck the head, but it's still better pad level. And Juwan takes the punishment from CMC, and they get a touchdown. But CMC cooked Juwan right there. You got to keep your head on a swivel. It still worked, though. It still worked like a block. And we got the touchdown. And that was the last offensive play of the game. So again, always fun to jump back into the tape. Well, I forgot some of these plays. I completely uh forgot some of the things that they did, some of the plays that stood out. It's funny to go back and kind of relive it a little bit. It's getting me excited for, again, areas of improvement. Like from this game, when you look at Brock, Brock played pretty well for the most part. There's definitely room for improvement with Brock, but again, continues to show whether it's the 45 yard pass to George Kittle down the middle, whether it's the spatial awareness within the pocket, the ability to throw with anticipation, to throw outside the numbers, to throw short to intermediate. He shows an ability to do it all. You see the smarts that he has. You see the sneaky athleticism that he has to be able to make guys miss. When you look at the guys up front, again, I think Brendel is going to take steps and get even better. But when you look at Burford and Banks, they were still getting their footing. And those two guys are also going to improve next year. And I'm really looking forward to that. And I think that the run game is going to be able to take a step further with the continued development of Burford and Banks. I mean, Brandon Ayuk, stud, Jawan Jennings, dog. Uh, we just got to figure out who that tight end two is going to be, because we saw Croft quite a bit in this game. So who's going to be the tight end who's going to step up outside of Kittle, because Croft definitely isn't coming back. So who's that guy going to be? Um, Obviously you had the phenomenal run by Ray McLeod, and also what's going to be interesting too is Colton McKivitz. How does Colton McKivitz step into that role for Mike McGlinchey? That's the thing is, man, this offense isn't perfect. It just isn't. It's not perfect. There's so many areas to improve upon the success that they had last year. Like there's really a whole nother gear that this offense could be playing at. And I think that's where a lot of the optimism comes from, is that again, with the idea that Brock Purdy is going to be healthy and he's going to be back and he's going to be ready to go, this offense has an opportunity to take another step forward. This offense can be even better than what we saw under Brock Purdy, and I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. Shout out to my guy Terra Dome. Hit me with a couple super chats today. Appreciate you, my guy. Always showing love. Shout out to all the SDS per usual. Shout out to everyone in the chat. It's always fun to go through these film breakdowns and have the chat playing along. I know how it's been sometimes where I've been doing film breakdowns and the whole chat is completely talking about something else. So it's always good when we're all vibing out to the film breakdown together. But shout out to all you guys, man. Always fun. 2 weeks away from football. Oh, it feels great, baby. We got training camp dates came out yesterday. It's a good time. Yeah, it's almost that time. It's damn near that time. It's like the preseason. Uh, it's like the preseason for me, I guess, because my season starts really when training camp starts. So like I'm getting excited because once training camp begins, it's all gas, no brakes, all the way through mini camp. So, and when I say mini camp, that means through the Super Bowl, through Senior Bowl, through combine, through free agency, through draft, OTA's mini camp. So we're about, I'd say right now we're teetering about kind of 85, 90%. Probably more 85%. Once training camp hits, we're going to be throttled down, ready to cook, and ready to produce as much quality content as we can for you guys. So again, as always, it's been a long off season, and I thank you for your support throughout this off season. You know how it is when the season kicks up. Numbers start going up, more fans start showing up. Mod squad, you already know, gonna need the mod squad, gonna need the SDS vibing, setting the vibes per usual. And as always, you guys are the best. Grab your cookies on the way out. Smash that like button if you haven't already. We're close, baby. We're so close. I can smell it. Let's go. Shout out to you guys. I'm out. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Love to see it.